Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. This is just a screencast version of the same thing that we had. So what we would do is we would set one of these that would just be a standard copy for the teachers. Then we would tell them that we have directions right here. Make sure you make a copy of this file and rename it whatever test it is. Example, DRA, math, integers, fractions, additions, ELA, the whole business. And so what they would do is they would just come up here and they would go make a copy, and then they would make it called unit 1 integers. Just say it's math. You know, it could be chapter 7, or it could be American history. Whatever we need it to be done, they can do that. So they would have to, that would be the front end piece for them. Okay, then what they would do is it's actually got this slick little thing that they can share it with the same people. And so if they already had their class list in there of people to share with, they could do that. They could just send it right to there. And there wouldn't be really any change. So I'm just going to say, okay. And so now I've got this new thing. And so now I'm going to send the form. And let's just say I want to send it to, I'm going to send it to my class, Tracy Gross and Lisa Broadbent and Lewis Martin. So now they have it. Oh, and I also got to say, you know what I'm going to do instead? I'm just going to send it to myself because you guys got copies of it. So I'm going to send it to this crazy guy that's still working tonight, trying to solve an issue that should be pretty easy to solve with technology. And so I'm going to send that to that crazy student that's always a problem. Then what I have to do is, so that'll be like a student. So the thing would be in the student's Gmail account. And they all have their own Gmail accounts, and they'll have to set up passwords. They already know how to do that. And so they can answer it right here, or they can come here and answer it. So I'm just going to answer these here. So I know that I got a 10 on this one, or I got, say I got a 3, and I want to increase my score to a 4, and you know, or maybe that's a bad example. Maybe we go, we're talking about acuity, we say standard 1, I want to get I got a 63, I want it to be an 80. How am I going to achieve this? Say Miss Broadbent tutoring, blah blah blah. Then I go and I come back and I go post test standard 1. So I wouldn't fill anything in this time because obviously I wouldn't have a post test. And then I'd fill in pre-test. Let's say I got a 33 on that standard. My goal for next time is going to be an 80. How am I going to achieve the goal? Blah blah blah. Obviously got to change that text box when I do it. And I don't have any post test. And so I keep doing that. And then like that. My goal is this. I'm going to achieve it. Blah, blah, blah. And then I don't have any post test. And then I go standard 4. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. How am I going to achieve it? And now I'm done. And see, I didn't make any of these required because I figured we normally just do 4 standards. In thinking about it, I probably need to go back and make this one optional too in case we only did 3 standards. And then I come and here's a thing here that says send a copy of my responses. So I can do that. Okay, and then hopefully I've checked the right box on the other one. So, and then I'm going to review and submit. And I did it. So this is showing my my original page. Let me look at it. see what I did here. Oh, that was another one I was working on. So I want to leave this page. Yes. Okay. So send me a copy of my responses, and I reviewed and submitted. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now I go back to my email, and you'll see in my inbox, I've got this goal setting version 3. So this would come in the kids. This would be in the kids' Gmail box. They can click on that, and they can go back and edit their responses. And so this would be at the post test. They would just click on this. It would have the title of whatever I titled it, and then they would go in and put in their post test. So they would put the pre and post test in and all the goals. So I don't know. There's some things we got to flesh out, but that's the basics of what I'm thinking. And then they would have that all that information, and there would only be one person doing the entry, and that's the kids. And so then the teacher's role would be to conference about that goal. If you'll notice, there's also some reflective pieces here at the end. And so with a little bit of technical training, which we could do on a screencast, this might work for all the data entry. And then there's no, it's so labor intensive because really the kids are doing it. And we reschedule our computer labs the way they're being done for the first semester, and then second semester it's totally manageable because they'll have their own computers. So let me know what you think.